One of the biggest expense that people have usually sits in plain sight, and no, it is not your coffee habit every single day, but something else. So in this video, we're going to discuss exactly what that largest expense is as well, and how you can save thousands of dollars per year by understanding the components of this cost, and how you can actually make money with all of those savings that you have. Cars are one of the biggest ways people lose money, but everyone acts like it's totally normal. They drain your wealth in multiple ways all at the same time, quietly destroying the financial security of millions of people. The main reason is because people believe having success is attributed to having a really nice car, so a lot of people buy nicer cars than they can afford. Buying a car means spending a huge amount of money all at once. Whether you buy new or used, you're handing over anywhere from $10,000 to $50,000 or more. That same money could have been invested to grow over time, used to pay off credit card debt, saved for emergencies. The average new car today costs over $48,000. That's enough to put a down payment on a house or start an investment account that could make you money for decades. Most people can't pay cash, so they finance their car. This makes everything cost even more. Say, you borrow $40,000 at 7% interest to buy a car. You agree to pay it back over 6 years. By the time you're done, you've actually paid almost $48,000. That's $8,000 extra just in interest. You're literally giving the bank $8,000 for nothing except letting you borrow their money. The real yearly cost. According to AAA, the average person spends about $10,728 per year just to own and operate a car. That's almost $900 every single month. Let's look at a specific car to make this more real. Say you buy a 2023 Honda Civic Type R for about $43,993. Between the purchase price, loan interest, insurance, gas, and maintenance, you're looking at spending over $10,000 every year. The average American makes about $54,000 per year before taxes. If you're spending $10,728 on your car annually, that means 16% of your entire income is going just to your car. That's more than 1 out of every $6 you earn. Think about it this way. You work 5 days a week. Almost 1 full day of work each week goes just to paying for your car. That's roughly every Monday you work just for your car. There are 6 major ways cars cost you money, and I'm going to show you how to fight back and keep more cash in your pocket. Depreciation. Your car loses value over time, fast. What happens when you buy a new car? The second you drive it off the dealership lot, it loses 20% of its value. After 1 year, it's lost 30 to 40%. After 5 years, it might be worth less than half of what you paid. The smart move here is to buy a car that's 3 to 5 years old with about 30 to 40,000 miles on it, because someone else already took that massive depreciation hit. You're getting a good car for way less money. Let's talk about taxes and fees. These are the costs you can't avoid. Every single year, the government makes you pay just to own and drive your car. Registration fees, that's renewing your license plates. Smog checks, making sure your car isn't polluting too much. And a bunch of other local taxes depending on where you live. Depending on your state, you should expect to pay anywhere from $100 to $500 per year. Per car. So if your family has 3 cars but you could actually manage with 2, get rid of 1. That's 1 less registration fee, 1 less insurance payment, 1 less maintenance bill. Financing. Most people can't afford to pay cash for a car, so they borrow money from a bank. The bank says, sure, we'll lend you the money, but you got to pay us interest. Interest is basically a fee for borrowing their money. If you have good credit, you're looking at about 6 to 6.5% interest. Bad credit, 10, 15, sometimes 20% or more. Say you borrow $25,000 at 7% interest. You agree to pay it back over 5 years. When it's all said and done, you've actually paid back almost $30,000. That's $4,750 you gave the bank just in interest. You paid almost $5,000 for nothing except the privilege of borrowing. Best option, save up and pay cash if you possibly can. Can't do that? Then make a bigger down payment so you're borrowing less money. Get the shortest loan you can afford, 3 years instead of 6. Yeah, the monthly payment is higher, but you pay way less interest overall. Number 4, fuel, gas money. For a regular car like a Honda Civic, driving about 15,000 miles per year, which is pretty average, you're spending about $200 per month on gas. That's $2,400 per year. Now, this varies a lot depending on a few things. Talking about electric cars. Electric cars cost more upfront. We're talking $40,000 or more usually. But the fuel, electricity, costs way less. Maybe $50 a month instead of 200. Number 5, insurance. The law says you have to have car insurance. It protects you if you get in a crash, but it costs you money every single month. Now, your insurance cost depends on a bunch of things: your age, where you live, and what car you drive. To reduce the insurance you pay, shop around every single year. Don't just auto renew with the same company. Get quotes from at least 3 to 5 different companies. The prices can vary wildly. Ask about discounts. Good grades if you're a student. Safe driver discounts. Bundling with home insurance. Repairs and maintenance. On average, you're looking at about $1,000 to $2,000 per year. Some years less, some years way more. To curb this, learn to do basic maintenance yourself. Alright, so we just talked about how cars drain about $10,000 from you every single year. Now let's talk about what you can actually do about it. Buying the sweet spot. We already talked about this, but it's so important, I'm going to say it again. The sweet spot is 3 to 5 years old, with about 30 to 40,000 miles. Why is this a sweet spot? Because the original owner already ate the massive depreciation hit. They lost all that money, not you. But the car is still relatively new. It's got modern safety features, good technology, and if it's been maintained properly, it's got a ton of life left. 2. Shop for insurance every single year. Every year, before your policy renews, get quotes from at least 3 to 5 different companies. Call up a few companies directly. Ask about every discount available. Good driver, good student. Bundling with home insurance. Pay in full discount. And number 3, we have reduce your household fleet. This one is controversial, but does your family really need 3 cars? Or could you manage with 2? Think about it. Every car you own costs you money. If you can eliminate 1 car, you're saving more. In number 4, we have consider living closer to work. Let's say you live closer to work, you save gas. Also, more miles means more oil changes, more tire wear, more brake wear, more everything. Your car depreciates faster because you're putting way more miles on it. It's something to think about. The last one is understanding opportunity cost. Opportunity cost means, what else could you do with that money? Remember, the average person spends about $10,000 per year on car ownership. What if you spent $5,000 instead by following all these strategies? That's $5,000 per year you could invest. Let's talk about Microsoft stock. From 2018 to 2023, just 5 years, Microsoft stock tripled in value. If you had invested $10,000 in Microsoft in 2018, you'd have had $30,000 by 2023. In conclusion, don't just go and get a car. Make sure you do your proper research first. Thanks for watching.